www.globalradio995fm.com. You can also watch us live on Facebook. Just search for Global Radio 995 FM. Like us on Facebook, and you can join us and watch us live and participate in the show. You can also connect with us on TuneIn Radio. If you have your smartphone and you have data, then you can also join us by TuneIn Radio. Just look for Global logo, follow us, and join us on our Straight Talk program. Today is Wednesday, 22nd day of March 2017. And I want to say good afternoon to our producer and engineer. Good afternoon to my co-host, Martin Albury.
Good afternoon, and thank you very much.
And to our special guest and host, Senator Derek Sims.
Good afternoon. God bless and be with you. Boy, you need it.
Well, we have a lot of things to talk about today, gentlemen. First of all, we have a serious issue as it relates to agriculture, the importation ban on meat from Brazil. According to the Minister of Agriculture, there has been reports of collusion between meat packers and meat producers, and apparently they've been turning the blind eye to the sale of rotting, deteriorating beef. And so there is a ban on the importation of meat from Brazil, particularly those of us who like fire engine, or some people call it bully beef. If you like that corned beef and grits. And according to the Caribbean News, the brands to particularly look out for is Grace corned beef.
That's a Jamaican product, eh?
So if you like Grace corned beef, say in particular, they are telling the countries in the Caribbean to be particularly careful of Grace corned beef. So I know it's difficult, as the minister say, to tell which country the beef is coming from, but I know he also has not in particular named any brand, but I'm saying the Caribbean 360 News has singled out the Grace products along with one or two other brands, which I will read the entire release shortly. But we have to be on the lookout and be careful of the use of particularly canned corned beef and those stores that import meats from Brazil. You have to be sure that those meat are not contaminated. Well, also in the news today, the House of Assembly was back in session today, talking about Bahama again. Bahama apparently has temporarily received a occupancy certificate.
Can you explain what you mean temporarily for a major business such as Bahama to be given a temporarily certificate of occupation? I don't understand that. That is what the government, and in my view, the people of the Bahamas, has been waiting for their economic opportunities. And now we're talking about a temporary granting or a temporary permission. So how do we, on a temporary basis, put the views in motion at Bama Resort on Cable Beach? The questions need to be answered. And so the Bahamian public must now begin to ask questions. How do you temporarily employ people? Or how do you employ people at a temporarily regulated place? You see, we seem to be playing games. We seem to be doing a show. This is no time, Bishop, for a show in the Bahamas. We have to be able to put up or shut up. Enough of the actions without actions. Okay? Where are the guests for Bama? Please, somebody.
Well, it was yesterday, Senator Sims, an opportunity for the government of the Bahamas to become involved in a public relations exercise so that they can appear to the Bahamian people to be doing something that is concrete. That something, they say, the people have been long waiting to see. But with the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, the Right Honorable Perry Christie, along with his Minister of Works, the Honorable Philip Brave Davis, and the Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Obi Worsham, and other government officials being present for the presentation of a temporary certificate of occupation coming from the China Construction America Bahamas Company to the new owners of Bahama in the person of Mr. Graham Davis, the general manager or the president of Thai Phuc Enterprises, accepting a letter or getting some keys to say, we are handing this over to you so that you can begin your preparations for your official opening April 21st next month. That is what we were told. So for the Prime Minister, his Deputy Prime Minister, and his Minister of Tourism to be on the scene, it was fanfare. The Prime Minister was gleeful. And in his words, he's telling us that it's all go, and it's all go right now. Well, right now means the place is opened and open for business.
I agree.
So the Prime Minister and his other ministers had no reason to be present at Bahama yesterday for that event. The event that they should be concerned about is getting Bahama opened and operational. So for me and for many others, this was an opportunity for the Prime Minister to once again grandstand and to poke at or make fun of persons like Dr. Hubert Minnis, the leader of the Free National Movement, who they believe does not believe that Bahama should ever open. I've never heard Dr. Hubert Minnis make such a statement, that he doesn't care about Bahamians. He has every wish that Bahama never opens. I've never heard that coming from the leader of the Free National Movement.
No.
But they took the opportunity yesterday, as I said, to cast aspersions on others and to bask in the sunshine, so to speak, to say to you and to me and all others who were listening that we have made it. We said we were going to do this. It took a long time coming, but we are finally here. And to the detractors, take that. This is what they're telling you.
Well, it certainly does seem to be all the effort is geared towards discrediting and to show that Dr. Minnis is out of line and does not know what he's talking about. For the government to go ahead to issue a temporary occupancy certificate could only suggest that it was issued in an effort to meet a deadline, a political timeline in which it is to present to the Bahamian people that, look, see, we told you that we were going to have this thing resolved, that we were going to have it ready this year. Just remember, we had several deadlines that were self-imposed by the Prime Minister. I think we must have had about, if I could recall, at least about 5 or 4.
At least 3
I think it's more than that.
postponements
Yeah.
or delays in opening.
Yes.
Yes.
And so this is to say that I think they're under tremendous pressure. And if you listen to what the Deputy Prime Minister said, he referred to the downgrade. He said the reason why Moody downgraded was because of the fact that they were not able to get Bahama open. So this temporary opening, if I might call it that, there is a bigger issue at play, because customs, based on what I read in the newspaper, has also a problem with the type of slot machines that have been ordered to be installed in the casino. I heard the Prime Minister boast about the casino being the largest casino in the Caribbean.
95,000 square feet.
Now, the question I want to put to the Prime Minister and the Progressive Liberal Party government is the casino at Atlantis, is it being operated profitably? Is it paying its fees to the gaming board? Does it owe any fees? The hotel, the casino in Grand Bahama at, what's the place name?
Memories. It's closed.
Have they paid all of the casino taxes? Do they owe the Bahamas government any taxes? What about your friend, Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Ruffin? Has he paid the $5 million that the Auditor General said that he owed to the Treasury? And you said that he, as far as you can remember, it is paid. Has that been paid? Has he given you the check? You have not reported back to the Bahamian people on that matter. So the question the Bahamian people should ask, yes, you will boast about the largest casino facility in the Caribbean, but is the Bahamian people going to also pay in taxes for the losses of this casino, as it has been paying traditionally? Because as far as I'm concerned, casinos has not benefited the Bahamian economy. We have been left holding the bag because these people were unable to pay the taxes, Mr. Prime Minister.
From what I'm looking at here, a news reporter asked Mr. Davis of CTFE, Bahamas president, he said that with the launch of Bahama advertising campaign, okay, he also went on to suggest that non-paying guests will fill the resort on the first day of operation. Non-paying guests will fill the resort, explaining that guests were invited for Bahama celebration and ribbon cutting to commemorate its opening. So apparently Bahama has no guests. Bahama has no operational
They have not opened for reservations.
They have no operation reservations venue.
Not at the moment.
Okay, so it seems to me, and I'm not too bright,
Yes.
all right, that this is a total deception.
Well, as I pointed out earlier, and I'll add something to it, temporary certificates of occupancy are nothing new as far as the construction and the handing over of keys by a construction company to the owners of a property, in this case, a hotel. And that is because the owners of the property will do what they determine to be a test run on all of their facilities that they will be utilizing in that project, in this case, in the hotel. So I heard the Prime Minister saying that they now have soap in the rooms. Well, they have beds in the rooms. They have bathrooms in those rooms. And some of the 650 employees that are now on board at Bahama will be sleeping in those rooms as they give a test run on the facilities to find out whether there are any defections, whether there are any problems within the system, whether all of the bathrooms are operational, the commodes are flushing, the showers are working properly. You got the picture? So this is why I said at the outset that there was no need for the Prime Minister and his government officials to be present on this occasion, because it is simply for the hotel and its management and staff to find out if everything is really working properly in that establishment. They will also be testing their restaurants, their kitchen, to make sure all of their cooking facilities are ready to go. This is what temporary occupancy requires a property owner or whatever to do, to make sure everything is operational.
I'm anticipating.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
With great expectation. Okay. The opening of the Bahama facility.
And on that particular night, they will have guests from China and all over the world, I imagine. Other hotel properties coming in and also occupying those rooms and testing these other facilities.
Yes, sir.
They might even be, they will be sampling the cuisine and the food and the beverages to see that it is up to standard.
But I may be wrong.
And all of that will be
It is a deception.
FREE.
It is a deception, and at whose expense would it be at? Would it be at the expense of the Bahamian population, who, and I might be a little bit off here, you know, who, in my view, has no accountability for the contributions and the sacrifices that they have made to the contribution of what? To the tune of how many million? Where nobody wants to give to the Bahamian public accurate information as to where the funds from what have gone. Okay, where was Alcides,
Michael Alcides, the Minister of State for Finance, yes.
That I don't know what to call it that he did, but he joked around with the Bahamian people. But the point that I'm really trying to establish is the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, you know, said that he would make a report.
He repeated it as late as early today in the House of Assembly.
When is that report coming? See, because Bahamians, man, let's face reality, okay? General elections will be called within 90 days. You see? In 90 days' time, Ms. Aubrey, the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas has to call a general election. So you're going to tell me within 6 weeks, because I would venture to say, you know, Parliament will be prorogued by the
Dissolved
the-
or dissolved.
dissolve or prorogue by the provost marshal in less than 6 to 7 weeks' time.
Well, today the House of Assembly has been adjourned. So when you close Parliament without a set date for your return, I haven't heard the date.
I didn't know that.
The House of Assembly has been adjourned today, 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Adjourned
Yes,
without.
I heard no set date for the next meeting of Parliament,
Oh wow!
but the Senate will meet on Friday. And they have, I think, about 3 bills that they have to debate and have passed before they meet again.
And whilst I'm talking about that, the Bahamian public needs to be aware, okay, that the 2017 general election, in my view, this is only my view, okay, is being financed by the Bahamian public, Now, I agree, the Bahamian public needs sidewalks, okay, but gentlemen, if you drive around Nassau,
Everywhere that I've gone,
sidewalks,
all of the
popping
major thoroughfares,
left
there
and right.
is construction going on with sidewalks.
Yeah, so you could have helped our people in their economic difficulties a long time ago. Okay? But 6 weeks now to the dissolving of Parliament, you have, and I don't blame the people, you have works popping up left and right. Okay? But the amazing thing about it all, okay, is follow the source or follow the trail of the money and see where it goes, okay? It all goes into the pockets of die-hard PLP supporters. Check out the concrete company. Check out the fill and trucking company, okay? And see what you will find. You will find that they are all sources closely linked to the Progressive Liberal Party. I asked the question, are the Progressive Liberal Party and its members the only tax-paying residents or citizens of the Bahamas? Okay, and I heard on this very same show, Bensel Roll was referring to government housing, And he talked about a subdivision where it has been.
You spoke about the, I think Adastra Gardens subdivision was given to Arawak Homes.
Yes, but go ahead.
No, it was just for the,
Yeah, he talked about it being given to Arawak Home. So that's an additional cost now on the little man because Arawak Home has the principal contract, okay? And then Arawak Home
of subcontractors.
must subcontract, okay? Arawak Home being principal Sir Frankie Wilson, okay? Who do you think his contractors would be? You see, the PLP is finding another scope to make sure that this is for PLPs only. But when they get the contract, they then have to find workers. All the stages now. You got the Arawak Home contract, subcontracted to a contractor, okay, who must get general workers to prepare the home for the resident. Tell me how much different costs that is, Mr. Collins.
We're gonna look at all of that when we return. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you're just joining us, this is Straight Talk. We're coming to you live from our studios, the Global 99.5 FM in beautiful downtown Nassau in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. This is Straight Talk, and we will be right back.
It's a new day. The 29th annual Bahamas Bridal Show, presented by Buttons Bridal and Formal Wear and 40 Wedding and Home Suppliers, Bristol Wines and Spirits, Personal Touch, Estee Lauder, Beyond the Decor, Eye Candy, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, Liquid Courage, Jewels by the Sea, Digital Cafe, Black Opal, and others. Enjoy food sampling, wedding demonstrations, fashion show, $30,000 in prizes, including honeymoon. That's 12 noon Sunday, April 2nd at Malia Nassau Beach Hotel. Tickets $40 at Buttons and Cable Beach. It's a new day at the Bahamas Bridal Show.
There is only one pharmacy in Nassau that never says no and offers you great service. Doc's Pharmacy in the Richland Mall for all of your pharmaceutical and prescription needs. At Doc's Pharmacy, great service is more than just giving prices. Filling your prescription is easy. Just call 322-3627 today. Doc's Pharmacy in the Richland Mall, Robinson Road. The pharmacy that never says no.
For fast and efficient appraisals of homes, vacant land, and businesses, your choice should be First Choice Appraisal and Real Estate Sales. Contact broker appraiser Gregory Colley for all your real estate sales and appraisals. Call 422-3010, 565-8896, or 341-0582 for listings of vacant land, residential and commercial properties, and all your appraisal needs.
LRD Construction has a proven track record as a general building and construction company. Its remarkable team is ready to provide quality and proficient service on projects big or small. LRD Construction can handle large commercial sites, new homes, apartments, condominiums, townhouses, home improvements, renovations, additions, and alterations. Call LRD Construction at 327-3769 or 433-6166, West Winds, Love Beach. That's LRD Construction.
Team Campbell has been mobilized in the Southern Shores constituency, and we are ready to positively engage your youth with wholesome recreational facilities, extracurricular activities, and after-school programs, not just for some, but from Rocky Pine in the north to Marshall Road in the south. There is a man reporting for duty for the entire Southern Shores for 60 months. That's right, 5 full years of representation. That man is Frankie Campbell. And in Southern Shores, if you have not already done so, it's time to get registered. Register at your Garvin Times Primary School or the Carmichael Road Post Office. Vote for Sarge. Southern Shores, you deserve better, and better is coming soon.
Hello, my name is Frankie Campbell, and I approve this message.
Can you imagine being caught in a medical emergency with no help? Massa Assist Medical Air Services Association can come to your rescue by helping your family for a very affordable membership cost. Massa Assist will take care of all your family's emergencies in the Bahamas and abroad. For more information, contact Senior Marketing Executive Lincoln Deal at 422-6166. or 433-6166. Massa Assist for all your emergencies.
The best tasting roasted peanuts in the whole wide world are Nature's Gifts Roasted Peanuts. Proprietor Derek Sims applies his personal touch by roasting peanuts to perfection. Get your peanuts in light, medium, and dark. Call 431-7710 to place your order. Nature's Gifts Roasted Peanuts on Market Street and Bacardi Road.
Extra, read all about it. Sammy's Chicken, $5.99 special.
Sammy's Chicken does it again. For a limited time only, it's the $5.99 Thigh Snack Special.
I tell you.
Sammy's $5.99 Thigh Snack Special comes with a 12-ounce Coke, VAT included.
See, I don't lie.
For a limited time only, Sammy's Chicken, Robinson Road, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Farrington Road, and the newly reopened Prince Charles location. Sammy's Chicken.
Hurry on down to Proud Mary, located on Carmichael Road, and take advantage of their gigantic 25 to 50% off store-wide sale. Yes, you heard me right. 25 to 50% off store-wide going on right now. You can find bargains like mop buckets, 25% off now, $9.68. 3-piece cologne sets, 25% off now, $10.75. Reading glasses, 25% off now, $5.38. T-shirts, 25% off now, $3.23 and $4.30. Avon deodorant, 25% off now, $2.15. Baby tubs, 25% off now, $9.68. Men Crocs, 50% off now, $4. Three-piece bathroom rug sets, 50% off now, $10.75. Men and ladies sunglasses, 50% off now, $5.38. Ladies slippers, 50% off now, $5.38. Men caps, 50% off now, $3.23. Get these and many other great bargains at Proud Mary's 25 to 50% off store-wide sale this week. Proud Mary, located Carmichael Road, opposite Carmichael Road Police Station. Telephone 361-1363.
Want to reach your target audience? Advertise here at Global Radio 99.5. We hit the mark every time. This is Straight Talk with Greg McCauley. Call in and participate at 326-0271 on Global Radio 99.5 FM.
Give me some straight
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just in case you're just joining us, this is Straight Talk. This is a show where we talk straight, no jive talking, no sweet talking, just straight talking. And we're talking today, we're at the top of the hour, we spoke about the ban on corned beef in the Caribbean amid rotten meat scandal. And this story, we're reading from Caribbean 360. It says several Caribbean countries have ordered the immediate ban on the sale and importation of corned beef from Brazil, following reports that several major meat processors in the South American nation have been selling rotten beef and poultry. Several countries have gone as far as banning all meat and meat products from Brazil, where it is alleged that companies involved in illegal practice paid hefty bribes to auditors in exchange for fraudulent sanitary licenses. The European Union, China, and Chile decided to halt some meat imports from the South American country, and Jamaica was the first Caribbean country to follow suit, with the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture, and Fisheries saying the companies implicated by the Brazilian authorities in the scandal supply 99.5% of the corned beef on the local market. Minister Carl Samuda yesterday called an emergency meeting with officials from the Ministry of Health, the Consumer Affairs Commission, the Bureau of Standards Jamaica, the National Compliance Regulatory Authority, and the Jamaica Customs Agency. The ministry also convened a meeting with major distributors and importers of corned beef. Besides the temporary ban, a temporary hold has been placed on all permits for the importation of corned beef from Brazil, and all corned beef is being pulled from supermarket shelves. In the interim, the ministry said the Bureau of Standards Jamaica will conduct chemical test profiles to ascertain the contents of corned beef on the market, and the ministry's Veterinary Services Division will conduct microbiological and residue tests to ascertain whether contaminants are present in the products on the local market. Jamaican conglomerate Grace Kennedy, although complying with a directive to withdraw from the sale its corned beef from Brazil, said in a release last night that its suppliers in Brazil have consistently qualified for and retained the British Retail Consortium standard, which sets out stringent requirements related to manufacturing, food, safety, and quality control systems. As a result of this issue, a team from Grace Foods has planned an urgent trip to Brazil to meet with our suppliers and do further investigations around the concerns raised. The company has already been working proactively with retailers to pull the product from the shelves in the Jamaican market and intends to do the same in all affected markets. It said, adding that consumers will be fully refunded for Grace corned beef returned to any retailer. In Trinidad, the Ministry of Agriculture also issued instructions for a recall of the potentially tainted products. Minister of Agriculture, Lands and Fisheries Clarence Rambrat announced a hold on issuing of any new import permits for Brazilian meat and recall of corned beef, chicken nuggets, and patties imported from Brazil. However, the president of the Supermarkets Association, Dr. Yunus Abraham, has urged consumers not to panic. He said it was highly unlikely consumers have been consuming spoiled meat. The ban on the importation of all meat and meat products from Brazil is in effect in Barbados as well, pending further investigation as to whether any of the tainted products had reached the island. Senior Veterinarian Officer Dr. Mark Trotman advised retailers to withdraw all Brazilian meat products from their shelves and also warned consumers not to purchase corned beef or other canned meats manufactured in Brazil until the investigation is complete. Other countries, including St. Lucia, are discussing whether they should implement a similar ban. And I know today, Martin, we heard from our own Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries.
Yes, we did. And they are, in the person of Mr. Wilfred Gray, the Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources, telling consumers in the Bahamas not to eat any meat products imported from Brazil. And this preliminary ban has been placed on meat products, which include corned beef, being imported into the country from Brazil, effective immediately. But the question now begs, how long has this been going on? Because I am seeing here that there were recent news reports about police investigations into Brazil's meat industry, which led to the conclusion that companies such as the BRF South America and JBS South America, along with dozens of smaller companies, were involved in a scandal that permitted the overlooking of the condemned practices. They were allegedly overlooking, as far as the inspectors of the meat is concerned, overlooking contaminated, old, or rotten meat that was being canned and processed for export. And some of that was on the shelves of the food stores in this country for quite some time. How much of this contaminated, rotten beef has been consumed in the Bahamas? And who can tell us today whether or not those brands of corned beef coming out of Brazil are removed from the shelves of the food stores? This is what the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources needs to be telling the Bahamian people today. And who is monitoring whether or not these items are being discarded,
Are we aware?
not just dumped.
Are we aware of the brands that are coming in from Brazil?
Well, one brand was mentioned, but I'm certain that there is more than one brand of corned beef that comes from Brazil, or the product that comes from Brazil and goes to other manufacturers or people who process and can corned beef especially.
But
Would they label their product as product of Brazil? For example, Grace corned beef. Would it say this is a product of Brazil, or just manufactured by Grace
I
corned
wish we
beef?
had a can on the table so we could really see what's on it. But the report from Caribbean 360 specified Grace corned beef as one of the brands.
especially they say Grace, but that is not to suggest that it's not only Grace.
That's my point.
Because we know that
There are multiple brands of corned beef.
Libby's,
Multiple brands.
Libby's,
Yes.
yep, product of Brazil and Argentina. So these corned beef normally identify which countries they were manufactured in. The other one that's so popular here is the one that started with D.
Devon, eh?
Devon. That's manufactured in Brazil. But let's not just focus on the beef. Poultry is also affected. As chicken. I think there was a quotation in yesterday's paper, a spokesman for AML Foods, this is Solomon's and so forth. They have Abaco Markets. They indicated that their products, their chicken, are purchased from Brazil, but they have satisfied that those products have not been affected by the contamination scandal. But the fact of the matter is this: I want you to see the difference between the detail, which I read from Caribbean 360 from those countries. Not only that they're issuing the ban, but they say they're taking steps to identify and to analyze products that have been imported to verify that none of them have reached their shelves or their country. I have not heard the Minister of Agriculture taking that step.
The Ministry of
What's that?
Agriculture and Marine Resources did send out a statement yesterday, and parts of the statement reads as follows. The Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources is aware of the meat scandal unfolding in Brazil relative to food inspectors taking bribes to allow sales of rotten and salmonella-tainted meats, and they call this company's name Blero Maggi. Brazil's this is the Minister of Agriculture for Brazil is advising that the government of Brazil has suspended all exports of this meat from at least 21 companies. But the question still,
how much have already escaped?
That is a serious question.
How much already are on our shelves? And how's, you see, these people tell the store markets, take them off the shelf. We're not going to take a chance with our people's health. But I have not heard any similar or...
When a ban of this magnitude is issued by the Ministry of Agriculture, Marine Resources, it should not be left up solely
to consumers to decide whether they can buy it or not.
Or to the owners of the food stores.
They should confiscate everything.
Exactly my point. You cannot leave it up to them, because there are some among us who are totally unaware, oblivious to what we are talking about today. And who knows how much of this corned beef is sitting in the shelves at home of some of these people, and how much of this we have already consumed. How much? Nobody knows.
And so, Mr. Shane Gibson, I believe you have charge over the Consumer Protection Unit. If the Agriculture Minister failed to do it, you certainly, who has the charge over consumer affairs, ought to insist that the Minister of Agriculture issue a order that all such products from Brazil be confiscated or removed from the shelves of these food stores. Because we don't know which one may be contaminated, and we don't know which ones have already been consumed.
All the Minister of Agriculture, the Honorable V. Alfred Gray, is telling us that they have discarded the Brazilian meat products immediately until further notice, and that no permits for the importation of processed meat products from Brazil will be issued. And this includes corned beef, as well as other beef products and beef byproducts. And that the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources will continue to monitor this issue over the next 60 days. And should they be satisfied that imports from Brazil be resumed, it would be with the following proviso: that beef must be slaughtered and processed at an approved government abattoir and processing facility. That a sanitary certificate should be accompanying all imports from Brazil. Inspection of all batch containers must be done at the port of entry. An import permit must be sought by all importers from the relevant government agency, and a registry must be compiled of all importers of beef and beef products from Brazil. Now, this is a long-term solution or plan, but in the interim, it still concerns many as to how will they deal with this matter today with the beef products on the shelves of the food stores in the Bahamas.
Yeah, but we're talking about what is on the shelf. What about the accumulated amount that are at the distributors? The government needs, in my view, to do a total recall on all products related to this matter from Brazil, from a wholesale aspect. You see, the retail aspect is a trickle down, okay? You must confiscate all of those goods from the wholesale suppliers. Or are we not doing anything? You see? And then the other trick to the matter is we have a black market in the Bahamas, you know. See, most of you people are not aware of it. It is I don't know whether you call it a Haitian Consumer Agency, okay? But there are persons that drive vehicles that go into Haitian villages around the country. How do we stop it from going into those areas and being consumed there? So the Ministry of Agriculture, in my view, okay, needs to begin to deal with this issue expeditiously and expeditiously.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Straight Talk, and to participate in our show today, you can call us 326-0271, 326-0271, 326-0272, 326-0272, or you can WhatsApp or text us at 422-3010, 422-3010. We have a call on the line. Welcome to Straight Talk, caller. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm fine. Mr. Dolby, you all right?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. So, Senator, you all right?
Very healthy, thank you, sir.
All right, so, Rev,
Uh-huh.
I have two concerns I want to talk about.
Okay.
It hurt me to hear the people giving out voters card and they get robbing the police.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know what's coming up. I don't know. And another concern I have with Mr. Fitzgerald,
Mm-hmm.
he's saying that my leader has to resign. Well, he should have resigned from Rubus. He should resign from City Beat Market because only one get money to City Beat Market. You know, what else get nothing?
Ain't nobody paying no mind to Jerome Fitzgerald. He has no authority to ask for any resignation when, as you quite rightly point out, he himself is compromised.
Yes, sir. He in so many business, he can't do business. He was good. He also why there's all in
Leave
Iran.
Mr. Fitzgerald alone today.
Mr. Fitzgerald, well, we know that ain't gonna happen. And Mr. Fitzgerald, and anytime we hear them talk, they only play in politics. They're trying to score brownie points, okay?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Minnis has indicated that Bahama may not be open anytime soon. They are saying that Mr. Minnis is betting against the Bahamian people because of the statement he made that if the F&M government wins, they're going to find a buyer that believes in the Bahamas. That's what he said. Not that he doesn't believe in the project Bahama, but the whole thing so far has been a fiasco. Right now, you hear the Prime Minister. The company has indicated to date they well, a couple of days ago they said they had hired about 650 odd persons. Now they're saying it's up to 1,000, and by the time the place is fully operational, it'll be 1,500. Well, I say to you, and I say to Bahamian people, those who are watching and mindful of the whole situation, before the Bahama went into bankruptcy, it had 2,400 people working, and that was not the full complement that it was going to be needed.
That's right.
Now, if they want to brag about 1,500, that's a negative 900.
I only have one concern about this whole aspect, you know. So I think the entire.
How you could open up a hotel in the hotel itself?
Well, there are so many, and as the former Prime Minister says, it's difficult to say anything to them people because they are not transparent.
Yeah.
We don't have all the facts, and they don't let you know what's going on. They have it shrouded in secrecy, and they want you to keep guessing.
Well, the Cat Island MP, he said he disagreed with Mr. Ingram for what Mr. Ingram said.
Well, you expect him to disagree, right?
Yeah, but
you expect him to agree?
No, so I know better than that.
We expect for Mr. Davis and everybody else to disagree with what he says.
Yes, sir. But I just called and put in my 5 cents.
Very, very good 5 cents.
All right, sir.
I'll say that's 10 cents.
All right, sir.
See,
Thank you very much.
My concern about that issue, gentlemen, is the Bahamas and the Caribbean of lately seem to be leaning towards socialist tendencies and communism, you see, because whilst we are a democracy, China is not a democracy, you know. China is a communist nation. Now, are we as a nation
embracing those
so
ideologies?
desperate, so desperate that we are taking into our bosom for the sake of money the devil?
Let's go to full lines. Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How you doing, sir?
I am doing good, Elvis.
Mr. Sims too.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, man.
I throw you off. I recognize your voice right away.
Yeah, everything all right. But then, like how like the Bahama thing, they supposed to have their little soft opening on the 21st
Of April, yeah.
next month.
Yeah.
They still doing little things. You know, when I say little things, because they employed some people. They say a couple hundred, but I don't know if that's what they say.
They say 1,000 so far.
Okay, and then they say, but I listened to the gentleman who, he's a Davis,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
and I listened to him this morning.
I believe it's a white Davis, though.
Yeah, I know you get all kind of Davis, you know, Davis. And then he was saying, like, they ain't booked no one yet, but it will be with a little opening on the 21st.
So they're going to invite some people.
Man.
They're going to invite some people to play tourists, to play like the place open, and they're going to have a celebration.
All right, but then still what I understood too, like people, like the staff, them, like they can be doing, like the people them still can be preparing food in the kitchen to see how things go.
They can eat free food.
Oh yeah, I'm sleeping. They're free, I hear.
Yeah, sleeping free and eat free.
Not only for the staff, but that.
No, that ain't for staff. That's for them. But they can invite some people. Some people can come in from out of town, and they can use it as a marketing exercise.
Right, but I was trying to find out if it can be like people from the opposition party and too, like, you know, the leader of the opposition.
But we'll hope they'll give Mr. Minister and them an invitation.
And especially.
And they send me and Martin and Senator Sims one invitation too.
All right, yes, and still, because they might do a lot of food, and I hope, because I know they got big time food there.
As long as they don't have no beef from Brazil.
No beef from Brazil.
Yeah.
And then still, in Woodley, I think they should give it
and
to
no chicken from Brazil.
And I think they would.
I want Abaco chicken.
If people don't eat too much, they should give it to the old age people home, and then the children emergency. You know, like people would need it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I know they can be eating them big time stuff.
Oh yeah, big food.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
Well, hey, look here.
Now
look here. That bet still on when election they was gonna call, right? Or
yeah,
you forget about that?
Call us on Friday.
No, I only was saying if you forget about that.
No, remind Martin.
No, I guess only the one though, because you know. And then Mr. Corley. When you go on the commission, you could do me a favor.
What's that?
You get one little promo with tuning in the kid over your mind. You be rushing through the crowd. You can do that, sir.
You want to play a little piece of that?
Yeah, we rushing through the crowd.
My producer heard you, so he can see whether he can find it for you.
Do you remember the date you gave for the next general election?
I didn't guess so.
What was the date that you gave for the next general election?
I didn't give one the 2nd or the 4th.
You see, you can only have one. You don't even remember what you did.
Yeah, I remember what I did, because I think when the gentleman had said the 3rd, I think I said the 4th.
Okay.
Of May.
All right.
You know, although it's supposed to be, because it can't go over the 7th, because then that's when the last general election was in May the 7th, 2012.
And who are you voting for?
Me. And
why you pressing Elvis to answer that? Elvis,
yeah.
Trust me, I'm going to speak as your attorney. Refuse to answer the question.
All right, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Mr. Smith.
Yes, sir.
Before I go, which day, sir, that you think election will be called on, sir? Just being curious, sir. Please, sir.
By May 18th.
18th?
Yeah.
But then it ain't supposed to pass over the 7th, because the 5.
Not necessarily. The House met, I think, October. Not October. On the 20th of July. right?
23rd.
I remember. You got asked me to say.
23rd of May. 23rd of May.
Okay.
23rd of May. So therefore, that they can go as far as that.
Or the 23rd.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
Okay.
In 60 days' time.
All right, Elvis. Thank you very much. We're going to take our second break. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Straight Talk. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion. You can continue to call us. Our phone lines are open, 326-0271, 326-0271, 326-0272, 326-0272. Or you can WhatsApp or text us at 422-3010, 422-3010. This is Straight Talk. We'll be right back.
There is only one pharmacy in Nassau that never says no and offers you great service. Doc's Pharmacy in the Richland Mall for all of your pharmaceutical and prescription needs. At Doc's Pharmacy, great service is more than just giving prices. Filling your prescription is easy. Just call 322-3627 today. Doc's Pharmacy in the Richland Mall, Robinson Road. The pharmacy that never says no.
Hurry on down to Proud Mary, located on Carmichael Road, and take advantage of their gigantic 25 to 50% off store-wide sale. Yes, you heard me right. 25 to 50% off store-wide going on right now. You can find bargains like mop buckets, 25% off now, $9.68. Three-piece cologne sets, 25% off now, $10.75. Reading glasses, 25% off now, $5.38. T-shirts, 25% off now, $3.23 and $4.30. Avon deodorant, 25% off now, $2.15. Baby tubs, 25% off now, $9.68. Men Crocs, 50% off now, $4. Three-piece bathroom rug sets, 50% off now, $10.75. Men and ladies sunglasses, 50% off now, $5.38. Ladies slippers, 50% off now, $5.38. Men caps, 50% off now, $3.23. Get these and many other great bargains at Proud Mary's 25 to 50% off store-wide sale this week. Proud Mary, located Carmichael Road, opposite Carmichael Road Police Station. Telephone 361-1363.
Extra, read all about it. Sammy's Chicken, $5.99 special.
Sammy's Chicken does it again. For a limited time only, it's the $5.99 thigh snack special.
I tell you.
Sammy's $5.99 thigh snack special comes with a 12-ounce Coke, that included.
See, I don't lie.
For a limited time only, Sammy's Chicken, Robinson Road, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Farrington Road, and the newly reopened Prince Charles location. Sammy's Chicken.
The best tasting roasted peanuts in the whole wide world are Nature's Gifts roasted peanuts. Proprietor Derek Sims applies his personal touch by roasting peanuts to perfection. Get your peanuts in light, medium, and dark. Call 431-7710 to place your order. Nature's Gifts roasted peanuts on Market Street and Bacardi Road.
Can you imagine being caught in a medical emergency with no help? Massa Assist Medical Air Services Association can come to your rescue by helping your family for a very affordable membership cost. Massa Assist will take care of all your family's emergencies in the Bahamas and abroad. For more information, contact Senior Marketing Executive Lincoln Deal at 422-6166 or 433-6166. Massa Assist for all your emergencies.
LRD Construction has a proven track record as a general building and construction company. Its remarkable team is ready to provide quality and proficient service on projects big or small. LRD Construction can handle large commercial sites, new homes, apartments, condominiums, townhouses, home improvements, renovations, additions, and alterations. Call LRD Construction at 327-3769 or 433-6166. West Winds, Love Beach. That's LRD Construction.
Team Campbell has been mobilized in the Southern Shores constituency, and we are ready to positively engage your youth with wholesome recreational facilities, extracurricular activities, and after-school programs. Not just for some, but from Rocky Pine in the north to Marshall Road in the south. There is a man reporting for duty for the entire Southern Shores for 60 months. That's right, 5 full years of representation. That man is Frankie Campbell. And in Southern Shores, if you have not already done so, it's time to get registered. Register at the Calvin Times Primary School or the Carmichael Road Post Office. Vote for Sarge. Southern Shores, you deserve better, and better is coming soon.
Hello, my name is Frankie Campbell, and I approve this message.
It's a new day. The 29th Annual Bahamas Bridal Show, presented by Buttons Bridal and Formal Wear and 40 Wedding and Home Suppliers. Bristol Wines and Spirits, Personal Touch, Estee Lauder, Beyond the Decor, Eye Candy, CIBC, First Caribbean Bank, Liquid Courage, Jewels by the Sea, Digital Cafe, Black Opal, and others. Enjoy food sampling, wedding demonstrations, fashion show, $30,000 in prizes, including honeymoon. That's 12 noon Sunday, April 2nd at Malia Nassau Beach Hotel. Tickets $40 at Buttons and Cable Beach. It's a new day at the Bahamas Bridal Show.
For fast and efficient appraisals of homes, vacant land, and businesses, your choice should be First Choice Appraisal and Real Estate Sales. Contact broker appraiser Gregory Colley for all your real estate sales and appraisals. Call 422-3010, 565-8896, or 341-0582 for listings of vacant land, residential and commercial properties, and all your appraisal needs.
Want to reach your target audience? Advertise here at Global Radio 99.5. We hit the mark every time. This is Straight Talk with Gregory Colley. Call in and participate at 326-0271 on Global Radio 99.5 FM.
Welcome back. This is Straight Talk. And let me go read one of these texts. Mr. Colley, what is the PLP and PM bragging about? Bahama should have been open 2 years ago. No ma, your ma, they ma, he ma. No ma could help them. I won't talk about Bahama. Hire any amount of the people they want. The PLP still gone.
Well, Mr. Colley, we got all kinds of situations going on in our nation now, And I said to this nation months ago that the PLP will not be able to hold the cover on the pot. You recall that, Mr. Albury?
The pots are boiling.
Pots will keep popping up and popping up. Just look, that's last night, eh?
Yes, it was.
At St. Barnabas,
the church hall
distribution center. Okay, where people go to get
pick up your voters' cards. Yes.
Do you know what happened there last night? Does the Bahamian public aware that there was a robbery there last night? Okay, it seems that everything and everywhere is not safe. Okay, you had the two boys, none of them 18. Mafia-style assassination. Okay? Later, that same day, you had a brazen
broad daylight
murder on the grounds of the new post office, So now the new post office is stained by blood. And there has got to be a check and balance. I understand the Prime Minister, but what I would like to impress upon the Prime Minister, is if we take all the slackness out of the land. See, this land is very, very slack. It operates slack. Go on any intersection where there is a red light and just stay there for half an hour and see what you will see, okay? Or be in any traffic jam. Okay, we are so selfish as a people. I'm talking to the Bahamian people now. We're selfish, all right? You'll be in congestion into a traffic and you're into a corner. The person turns their face away and drive into block you.
Everyone is in a hurry.
But to go where? This island, sir, is 21/7. And whom will be there when you get there, whether it's 5 o'clock or 6:30, okay? But we have become, over the last 40 years, okay, such a selfish and holy.
The general attitude is that I Only me.
Me.
I have somewhere to go.
Yeah.
You have nothing to do.
Yeah.
You should stay off the road.
But you got to remind this nation again, you know, they say it's a religious nation. It may be a religious nation for true, you know. Okay. But I know one thing, and I got a bishop in front of me. This ain't no righteous nation. The condemnation of sin.
Well, I heard one preacher said last Friday night, live on television, from the Progressive Liberal Party's Thanksgiving service at St. John's Jubilee Cathedral in Freeport, Grand Bahama, that only righteous men, only just men and women will see or darken the door of the Honorable House of Assembly after the next general
And all
election.
we got in the House of Assembly is faggots and sissies and what the next one is now.
He says
Lesbians.
only righteous and just men and women will darken the door.
Well, I say to that minister, whoever he may be, all right, and I'm quite sure it's evident in his community. I have never seen the righteous forsaken, nor its seeds bake bread. And if we are such a righteous nation, okay, then you or any Holy Ghost preacher, tell me why we got so much begging in our land. Because they can't be righteous people.
Why we have so much robbing?
Why there's so much robbery?
Well, you started to talk about it.
And I was, go ahead.
Several employees of the Parliamentary Registration Department were at St. Barnabas Hall, Church Hall, last evening, where persons in the St. Barnabas constituency could have gone to collect their voters' cards.
Yes.
They said shortly before closing time, one man walked in, asked for someone, and shortly thereafter, another man walked in brandishing a handgun. And he made everyone to get on the ground, and all were robbed. But they didn't hurt anybody, didn't shoot anybody, and they didn't take any of the cards. That's the report that we have gotten. But the point is, when these people are out from the Parliamentary Registration Department doing these kinds of things, there should be police protection.
Well, we get to that, and we'll discuss that a little bit more. Let's go to the phone lines. Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my two friends.
Good afternoon.
How you all doing today?
We're
Fine,
doing good.
how are you?
I want to bring up something what you all didn't talk about today, but I want to bring up something, you know, and this is, what show this is? What is your name?
What is your name?
Yeah, what is the name again?
Straight Talk.
Straight Talk, so I want to talk Straight Talk today. I understand, what the guy named for Marathon, what's his name?
Jerome Fitzgerald?
Jerome Fitzgerald saying that minister resign. I don't know what he wants minister resign for. When they asking him to resign, when Roberts killed all them people with that earth in the water. You remember that?
Yeah, we remember it.
But why you want minister to resign?
As I said, he's trying to score some brownie points, and we're going to come. I got another thing because of another issue that was raised this week, where the fact shows otherwise than what people are talking. But as far as we can, this politics. Jerome say they don't mind and they talking politics.
And one host show was coming in the evening. He said, I heard it myself because I listened to all the talk shows, all. Not really all, but this one who's coming at night. He said if he was in power, he wouldn't even run Fitzgerald, you know? I hear it in my own ass. They should have not run him.
Anytime you could hear Mr. Fitzgerald, Brave Davis, in 2012 when they were seeking office, constructed billboards claiming that the Bahamas suffered over 400 and some plus murders in the Bahamas, placed them in the roundabouts where the tourists and everybody could see them. And then afterward, after they've been confronted with it, because say it's only politics. So what else do you expect to happen?
But what is the other thing I hear, temporary, this thing what they get for the hotel? I couldn't see nothing because, cable freezing up like hell.
I wonder, as consumers, have you ever been issued a temporary occupancy certificate when building a new house?
Not really.
The only thing I remember receiving was temporary power.
You get temporary power, but I never heard of a temporary occupancy certificate.
Well, I guess we got to watch it then.
Ma'am, what Mr. Jerome Fitzgerald and his cabinet colleagues need to be talking about, in my opinion, is the 4 downgrades that the Bahamas has had. They need to be talking about the VAT money, because it's the people's money. Where has the money gone?
That's right.
They need to be talking about crime. Just last night, the workers of the parliamentary registrar in St. Barnabas came under track, just last night. You see, Jerome Fitzgerald and his colleagues.
And they ain't talking that on the news.
No, they need to answer to the nation.
Yeah, that doesn't come on the news.
No, Jerome is a good boy. That's Allardyce Scott Fitzgerald boy. But he needs to now take stock now and look in the mirror before he continue to make his, because he's living off the graces of his mother.
Boy, if you look in the mirror, what do you think you can see?
You may see the fear of God surrounding and protecting him, as God has been doing to this entire nation. But it's time for this nation to wake up. Nothing is going to happen for this nation and with this nation without the assistance of the residents of this nation. You take me to where Prime Minister Christie say that Minnis ain't qualified to lead. Well, you see, the Bahamas need to remember, that it's the same Prime Minister who was fired 5 years back,
And they're asking the question today, what reason is there to want more of Prime Minister Perry Christie?
Well, that's what the Bahamian people needs to answer. You see, we get stuck with leaders too much. Like I said before, we had 4, there's only one talk but 3. And I come into Brave Davis as I come out of this, okay? One was Brent Simney-Parr, Roland Simonet. The next one was Lyndon Pinland. The other one was Hubert Ingram. And the other one is the present Prime Minister today, Perry Gladstone Christie. Okay? Brave Davis said that we're going back because Brent Simnett.
Thank you very much, caller.
Okay, darling.
Okay.
Because Brent Simnett returned into politics, we are going back to the UBP days. Well, boy, let me tell you who the UBP is.
Who said that?
Brave Davis.
Philip Brave Davis.
Well, let me tell you who the UBP is.
Taking us back to the
Let me tell the Bahamian people.
They're working for the UBP.
Who the UBP is. Okay? And I staff at Brave Davis. Okay? You see, and God sent him a signal just the other day, The twister came off the ocean, and whose house got affected?
Only one I heard about.
Only one I hear about. Brave Davis. Okay?
Are you suggesting that they came off the sea just for Brave Davis' house?
Well, why hit his house then? Why did he hit nobody?
You mean God just put that one together just to hit him?
Just to wake him up. And he needs to wake up. You see, for the UBP, my brother, okay, is Frankie, Sunshine, Holden, Wilson. See, these are the people with the money now. Okay? The UBP is Garrett Tiger Finlayson, who we buy all these city market buildings from, You see? The UBP is, what a pen boy name? Who used to be the contractor, who used to get all the hotels from the PLP. See, these are UBP now. These are the people with the money. Okay? And we are still feeding them today. If you go down Howard Road, where Penn had the construction company and the lumber yard?
Mm-hmm.
You know who occupied that now?
Mm-hmm.
The government of the Bahamas.
Yeah.
52-week program.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what a woman named with the gray hair who say they're having training for people, and people
Aguilar
keep
Marcel?
calling and saying they're getting paid.
Aguilar
What do you know
Marcel,
who
the
building
former-
that is?
That's the Davos building.
Yeah. So all of these things are happening in the front of our faces, and we acting like what Fred Mitchell say, asses. No, the UBP is them. They are the UBP today. So Philip Brave Davis need to check his stock, and I could call more. The people who used to own McDonald's, who own Premix Construction Company now, who pour all these sidewalks in New Providence, that's the UBP. That's where the money of the Bahamas goes today. Not the Brent Simney, them. That's all money. So tell these fellas, let's talk straight, man.
Let's talk about now. I'm wondering now, given the situation and having those persons work extraordinary hours during the registration process, having to go beyond the regular hours in the night, was it not foreseeable among reasonable, logical thinking men and women that it was possible that those persons were being exposed to, given the fact that notwithstanding that we are burying our heads in the sands like the proverbial ostrich, that we have a crime problem and that some police protection or even security protection ought to have been given to those individuals who are doing registration.
No, Mr.
Well,
Collins,
it begs the question whether we really understand and grasp the importance and the delicateness of what these people are doing. They are delivering voters' cards for your next general election.
Those are very, very high valuable items.
This is highly sensitive.
They have broken into the
Highly
parliamentary
sensitive.
registration. Remember all those voters card thing that went missing? Shouldn't the parliamentary commissioner, the minister responsible for who has national security, don't you think they ought to have taken preventive steps to ensure that adequate security was available to those individuals? Now you see, after the fact, now they're calling for it.
Well, you see,
Was it foreseeable?
see, Bishop, we don't believe this.
They didn't contemplate it, that's a possibility?
We don't believe it. You see, because we as a nation continue to deny that these actions exist until it happens or occur to us personally. Okay? There's no crime. Okay? Then when somebody get killed, a mother cries from somewhere, my good child. Okay? We in the Bahamas need to wake up and realize that there is a serious crime problem plaguing this nation. Okay? And whenever you are requiring people to do services at night, there should be required protection.
Certainly, if I was in charge, or had anything to do with security, would have been paramount, would have been high, because especially given the fact that thieves had broken in before to take voters' cards and voters' instruments. They've been found with it. That those things ought to be protected. If I was, that would have been a no-brainer for me.
Bishop, all of us are getting, see, Mount Tabor Baptist Church, it was.
Mm-hmm.
The one they hold up.
Yes,
And
they
some
were.
$18,000 carried. Church of God of Prophecy on the Pond. By gunmen. No, I'm saying we have to wake up. Okay? We have to wake up. We can't play or continue to play like we are not seeing what is occurring in the Bahamas. And we need to begin to take steps to secure ourselves. As a matter of fact, this may be a little outrageous. I think all businessmen now should be armed with handguns in the Bahamas today.
3260271, 3260271, 3260272, 3260272, or you can WhatsApp us at 422-3010, 422-3010. You can weigh in on our discussions today on any of the topics we are talking about or something else that may be on your mind. You can text us or call us. And again, I want to remind you that we are broadcasting live on Facebook. Those of you can join us live at Global Radio 995 Facebook. Like us and join in on our discussion. Gentlemen, also in the news, this whole matter with these two young boys who were executed the other day. The mother is in the newspaper today, and she's grieving over a slain 13-year-old and a son. And she indicated he was achieving a 3.0 passing all national exams. What could have possibly went wrong with these two young boys? And I've heard some other stories which is different from what the mother is saying. Completely conflicting, but of course you hear all sorts of things. And we're wondering whether this is a result, because these are, when it was reported, they didn't say it's two schoolboys. These are in fact schoolboys.
Yes, they are.
My heartfelt condolences
and
to the parents.
children. Yeah, these are children, and they made light of it in that it appeared it's just these two young boys. They're not, but these are school children. One is was a student of A.F. Adley,
yes,
and I understand the other one is a student of Government High School.
But Bishop, these things will continue to occur unless or until the Bahamian people wake up. You see, the solutions to these and all other acts of violence rest in the hands of the residents of the Bahamas, rest in the hands of the mothers, rest in the hands of the fathers, the uncles, the aunts. The Bahamas, Bishop, it's not the Bahamas of 40 years ago, where a community guarded and protected and raised a child. The Bahamas today is a selfish and greedy nation where we are only concerned, in my view, for ourselves. Okay? And where the parent today is a direct result, in my view, of the situations that we are suffering in. You know, you can go back to schools now, you know, and you can remember when a teacher scold you or rebuke you, you couldn't go home and let that be known there. But you go home now, and the parent want to come to fight the teacher. But we don't think we are setting examples. The Prime Minister says to the nation, screw you. But we don't think we are setting an example. The Minister of Foreign Affairs say somebody's a stupid ass, but we don't think we are setting examples. The population of the Bahamas, Bishop, is following the leadership of the Bahamas. I listened to the Church of God of Prophecy convention Sunday past. And everything is okay in the Bahamas, you know. We just need to continue to press towards the mark. The mark the very next morning was these same two children's death. We do not want to face the reality that we, not no boogeyman out of the sky, not no alien from the sky, must resolve the crisis that is in our land, Bishop. Okay? And I call upon the clergy, you know.
You mean it was not addressed in the convention? Nobody mentioned?
I call upon the clergy.
Well, that don't happen someplace where I know as be.
To speak up and let your voices be heard. Stop compromising the nation for a jitney plate or a taxi plate or a chairmanship of a broadcasting corporation.
What about an acre of land? They could do it for that.
Or acre of land or a deputy chairmanship of what are they?
Or some sidewalk contract?
Or a sidewalk contract. No, we have to rescue our land. It's in our hands.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Straight Talk. We come up on our final half an hour. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion. And of course, you're invited to join in on our discussion today. 326-0271, 326-0271, 326-0272, 326-0272. Or you can WhatsApp or text us at 422-3010, 422-3010. This is Straight Talk. We're coming back after these messages.
It's a new day. The 29th annual Bahamas Bridal Show, presented by Buttons Bridal and Formal Wear and 40 Wedding and Home Suppliers, Bristol Wines and Spirits, Personal Touch, Estee Lauder, Beyond the Decor, Eye Candy, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, Liquid Courage, Jewels by the Sea, Digital Cafe, Black Opal, and others. Enjoy food sampling, wedding demonstrations, fashion show, $30,000 in prizes, including honeymoon. That's 12 noon Sunday, April 2nd at Malia Nassau Beach Hotel. Tickets $40 at Buttons and Cable Beach. It's a new day at the Bahamas Bridal Show.
There is only one pharmacy in Nassau that never says no and offers you great service. Doc's Pharmacy in the Ridgeland Mall for all of your pharmaceutical and prescription needs. At Doc's Pharmacy, great service is more than just giving prices. Filling your prescription is easy. Just call 322-3627 today. Doc's Pharmacy in the Ridgeland Mall, Robinson Road. The pharmacy that never says no.
For fast and efficient appraisals of homes, vacant land, and businesses, your choice should be First Choice Appraisal and Real Estate Sales. Contact broker appraiser Gregory Colley for all your real estate sales and appraisals. Call 422-3010, 565-8896, or 341-0582 for listings of vacant land, residential and commercial properties, and all your appraisal needs.
LRD Construction has a proven track record as a general building and construction company. Its remarkable team is ready to provide quality and proficient service on projects big or small. LRD Construction can handle large commercial sites, new homes, apartments, condominiums, townhouses, home improvements, renovations, additions, and alterations. Call LRD Construction at 327-3769 or 433-6166, West Winds, Love Beach. That's LRD Construction.
Team Campbell has been mobilized in the Southern Shores constituency, and we are ready to positively engage your youth with wholesome recreational facilities, extracurricular activities, and after-school programs. Not just for some, but from Rocky Pine in the north to Marshall Road in the south. There is a man reporting for duty for the entire Southern Shores for 60 months. That's right, 5 full years of representation. That man is Frankie Campbell. And in Southern Shores, if you have not already done so, it's time to get registered. Register at your Garvin Times Primary School or the Carmichael Road Post Office. Vote for Sarge. Southern Shores, you deserve better, and better is coming soon.
Hello, my name is Frankie Campbell, and I approve this message.
Can you imagine being caught in a medical emergency with no help? Massa Assist Medical Air Services Association can come to your rescue by helping your family for a very affordable membership cost. Massa Assist will take care of all your family's emergencies in the Bahamas and abroad. For more information, contact Senior Marketing Executive Lincoln Deal at 422-6166. or 433-6166. Massa Assist for all your emergencies.
The best tasting roasted peanuts in the whole wide world are Nature's Gifts Roasted Peanuts. Proprietor Derek Sims applies his personal touch by roasting peanuts to perfection. Get your peanuts in light, medium, and dark. Call 431-7710 to place your order. Nature's Gifts Roasted Peanuts on Market Street and Bacardi Road.
Extra, read all about it. Sammy's Chicken, $5.99 special. special.
Sammy's Chicken does it again. For a limited time only, it's the $5.99 Thigh Snack Special.
I tell you.
Sammy's $5.99 Thigh Snack Special comes with a 12-ounce Coke, that included.
See, I don't lie.
For a limited time only, Sammy's Chicken, Robinson Road, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Farrington Road, and the newly reopened Prince Charles location. Sammy's Chicken.
Hurry on down to Proud Mary, located on Carmichael Road, and take advantage of their gigantic 25 to 50% off store-wide sale. Yes, you heard me right. 25 to 50% off store-wide going on right now. You can find bargains like mop buckets, 25% off, now $9.68. Three-piece cologne sets, 25% off, now $10.75. Reading glasses, 25% off, now $5.38. T-shirts, 25% off now, $3.23 and $4.30. Avon deodorant, 25% off now, $2.15. Baby tubs, 25% off now, $9.68. Men Crocs, 50% off now, $4. Three-piece bathroom rug sets, 50% off now, $10.75. Men and ladies sunglasses, 50% off now, $5.38. Ladies slippers, 50% off now, $5.38. Men caps, 50% off now, $3.23. Get these and many other great bargains at Proud Mary's 25 to 50% off store-wide sale this week. Proud Mary, located Carmichael Road, opposite Carmichael Road Police Station. Telephone 361-1363.
Want to reach your target audience? Advertise here at Global Radio 99.5. We hit your mark every time. This is Straight Talk with Gregory McCauley. Call in and participate at 326-0271 on Global Radio 99.5 FM.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Straight Talk, and our phone lines are open: 326-0271, 326-0271, 326-0272, 326-0272. Or you can WhatsApp or text us at 422-3010, 422-3010. This text message says, you all need to do your investigation. Yeah. They are now calling in Haitians, giving them status for votes. They are doing everything under the sun. They know they are losing.
You see, Bishop, desperate situations normally trigger desperate things. Let's look at the fire. You see, because in my view, if you don't talk about something 7 to 14 days time, sir, it dies in our country, I heard a talk show host that he thinks the fires are being set by free national movement supporters. I don't know how people conceive the notions that they do, but in my view, the lives of Jubilee Garden residents is threatened, not only by fire, but in health. Years from now, many of those persons will find themselves institutionalized in hospitals and asking why. It is a direct result of the neglect of the sanitation facilities in our country. Okay? But today, you could drive through Jubilee and everything seems to be normal. But it is not normal. And why was I talking about fire? Let me say something to the two existing prime ministers today, because they are both alive. Okay? And they have a fire hazard on what's that,
It's Victoria
and
just off Bay Street.
Victoria and what I want is what is they could find in Midnight Girls.
Okay, you're talking about Dalzell Street.
On the junction of Victoria and Dalzell Street, there is a fire hazard. Okay? A building that used to be Delburn House. which, if had not been sold, is owned by the current Prime Minister of today and the former Prime Minister. Okay? And it is a sin and a shame and a downright disgrace that Prime Ministers of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas should allow their building to end up in that state of disrepair. And I call upon them, to get the bulldozers and demolish it, the experts, and implode it. But it needs to come down in the interest and safety of the residents of the nation. It cannot stay like that. And if anybody don't believe what I'm talking about, I invite you to drive up East Bay Street, turn into Elizabeth Avenue, and it's either the second or the third building, turn into Victoria Avenue, and it's either the second or the third building that used to be Del Burn. If you don't know what Del Burn is, that's the Lawrence and Bernadette.
On the eastern side of the street.
Eastern side of the street, man, the roof dropping in, dilapidated. No, that cannot represent former prime ministers of the nation.
Is that reminiscent of the signs, the signs of the time in the country?
That is why, in my view, this country has allowed to come to what it is. Because if that's what you're doing to your own, you could judge what you do to somebody else. So I call upon former Prime Minister Hubert Alexander Ingram and today's Prime Minister Perry Gladstone Christie to do something, man. Don't leave downtown looking like that. That's your building. Okay? Let's remove the fire hazard from there. In the name of this nation and God, sir. We got to do better than we are doing in our country. Okay? We are allowing our country to go to ruins. Nobody else. Okay? But we won't blame the UEP. Okay? We won't blame the white people. Okay? You catching hell because of the white people. No, you catching hell because of your own neglect. Okay? And your refusal to accept that if any change is to come to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, you are responsible for that change. Nobody else.
We talked earlier about voter registration and the Parliamentary Registration Department employees being robbed last night. That's in Barnabas Hall. Well, we can tell you that they are now nearing 150,000 registered voters.
Yeah, we need 50,000 more.
And we have less than a month, I believe, to go before the register.
Well, I know within 60 days it can be shut down because it can be election.
The Minister of National Security, Dr. B.J. Nottage, is telling us that the government is now satisfied with the rise in the registration numbers in the last few weeks heading into the next general election. And they have almost 150,000 registered, some 26,000 were in Grand Bahama, another 22,000 in the Family Islands, and about 94,000 in New Providence. And we're being told that there's a fairly substantial number of cards still to be computerized and will be ready for pickup shortly. But we are imploring those of you who have not done so, and if you are interested in voting in the next general election and you are not registered, you have a few more weeks in which to do so, but we will urge you to go and do it as soon as possible.
Yes, please go and get registered. And I'm not requesting, I'm demanding that police security be established at all of those polling registration stations, effective immediately. Okay? You should not go to any polling division and have any fear of going to pick up your registration card because the gunman may come in. So the government, the Minister of National Security, the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Greenslade must see that adequate protection is in place at those centers beginning forthwith. No excuse, no reasons, no alibis, no excuses.
Well, I think what we need to, let me just give these call numbers again. 326-0271, 326-0271, 326-0272, 326-0272. And I want to remind our listeners on Friday, which is Free Talk Friday, we are going to conduct a poll. So we're going to put on advance notice. We're going to conduct a poll on Friday to get your views on how you will vote in this upcoming general election, if election were to be called on Friday. So I want to put all of our listeners on notice that we will have a poll on Friday, on our Free Talk Friday. And again, also, Free Talk Friday, we have free giveaways. And so we're going to get your reaction as time winds down on the voting process. We have a call on the line. Welcome, Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I have a question for the persons broadcasting, please.
Go right ahead.
In the upcoming election, are the candidates to make a declaration of their assets?
They are required to by law when they sign a nomination paper.
Who is there to say that those declarations are authentic, they are truthful, and they are straightforward?
Well, as far as I could recall, and we have a former candidate here, he can perhaps you can recall and let you know what the process is. But you are required to certify that the information that you are providing is true and correct to the best of your ability, and it's up to it goes to the parliamentary registrar. If there is cause for someone to, well, of course, it is made public. So when it's published in the newspaper, if someone knows something that is different from what the person is declaring, then you can then petition the parliamentary commissioner, make a complaint, and then the investigation will then ensue.
But it's up to the candidate.
Is there a penalty for not declaring?
Well, they have to declare. But I understand what you're saying. If they declare incorrectly,
Parliament declared according to law.
I think refusing to do so is a $10,000 fine. And I know not of any who have been penalized.
So the law becomes null and void if it's not enforced?
The law is not null and void, but the persons who are charged to enforce the law under the Constitution is the executive, which is cabinet, to ensure that the police commissioner and his officers carry out the law.
So in other words, we have left the rat to guard the cheese.
You may be correct, sir, because I'm not too sure that all members of parliament have
to date.
Don't forget now, we have the Public Disclosure Act, which every year on an annual basis, each member of parliament is required, that is senator and those elected in the House of Assembly, ought to make a declaration on their assets and their liabilities.
That's correct.
That is not that. In fact, even the Prime Minister is not. We understand last there was not in adherence to it.
So therefore, now you said there is a jail penalty and a fine.
I know of a fine. I cannot say that there is
penalty.
I did not say that there is a jail time. I couldn't say that. But I know there is a fine of about $10,000 for failure to declare.
And in recent time, has anybody been fined?
I know not of any.
In recent or in former times.
So we are to assume that all the person sitting in Parliament has done what honorable men ought to do.
That would not be a reasonable assumption.
And being good examples to the rest of us.
Mind you, caller, not all of them are guilty of not declaring.
Are most of them likely to be guilty?
I suppose so.
And who's doing anything about it?
Nobody.
Is the Commissioner of Police authorized to see that the laws of the land are upheld?
Only if he's informed.
He has to get a complaint. And the person who will make a complaint would be the person who the politician appoint to oversee the process.
But the persons who should bring the complaint are the persons who don't declare.
No.
So
the person who don't go, it
are
goes.
we running a Mother Goose program here in the Bahamas?
There is a public disclosure commission. The head of that is appointed by the government. That person.
Shouldn't that be changed?
Pardon me?
Shouldn't that be changed?
That's something that the public ought to have insisted on changing when we had the Constitutional Commission to change the Constitution, but we gone after some other stuff.
How do we know who has made a fortune entering Parliament broke and now multimillionaires?
Well,
I'm hearing quite a number of stories out here.
Well, if you look at...
You know, I can't prove nothing because poor little me, I only know what they want me to know.
And that's how they want to keep you.
That's how they want to keep me.
Mm-hmm.
But they expect me to participate in democracy.
Yes.
I am called upon to pay taxes. I'm called upon to obey the laws. I'm called upon to know what's going on so that when I'm called upon to vote, I can vote right. And you ain't telling me what I need to know.
No, you do what I do what I tell you to do.
You should begin with your member of parliament.
Is this a banana republic?
I'm going to suggest to you, caller, that you begin with your member of parliament to hold him or her accountable to you.
I'm calling from South Beach, and I haven't seen the lady who you were referring to as MP since she visited my home to get my vote.
Yeah, but you see, so that's what we are trying to suggest, that the residents of the constituency, okay, now
anyway,
make their
I am
constituency
nauseated and disgusted.
Yes, sir.
To the core with the way things run in this country.
And we seem to be satisfied with
democracy.
And we seem to be satisfied with it, caller. Except
we call it law and order, and we call it all these nice little names.
Yes, sir.
And who is doing anything about it? Listen. Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you too, sir.
My thing is, if you don't obey the laws that you make, you are not worthy to sit in Parliament.
Well, let's continue to hold them accountable.
As far as I'm concerned. Okay, brother.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Very insightful. Very, very excellent contribution. I can tell you, according to the Public Disclosure Act, in Section 8, it says, where any person fails to furnish the commission with a declaration which he is required to furnish in accordance with this act, or the commission examines a declaration and any related information or documents or conducts an inquiry into any such declaration or into a complaint made in respect of any summary of a declaration is not satisfied with any aspect thereof, the commissioner shall, here is that, the commissioner shall report the matter, setting out such details and particulars as the commission in his discretion thinks fit. He have to report to the Prime Minister and the Leader of the Opposition. And when the Prime Minister or Leader of the Opposition receives the report, it is to be published by way of communication to the House of Assembly and any information furnished to him by the commission caused to be published to the Senate, any information furnished to him by the commissioner, authorize the furnishing of any information furnished to him by the commissioner to the Attorney General or the Commissioner of the Police. So that's
the Public Disclosure Commission.
Yes, Public Disclosure Commission. So you see, it has to be reported. The commission has to report the matter to the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition. And I believe in that case, the commissioner will disclose to the Prime Minister his members who are in contravention of the law, and the opposition leader, his or her members who are in contravention of the law. And so once that's done, tell me, do you think the Prime Minister is going to report its...
No, sir.
You see the dilemma we're in?
Yes, and that's why we have the circumstances that exist in Parliament today. Because I'm quite sure that all members of Parliament or some members of Parliament are delinquent. Okay? Whilst many may be adhering to the law, there are violators of the law in Parliament as it's constituted now.
You know, most people, this act here that went into, that committed political suicide over this Public Disclosure Act. Remember Edmund Moxie, Lionel?
Edmund Moxie,
Lionel Davis. I think what's his name? Oscar Johnson may have also been a part of it. I think.
It's possible.
But there were several members of Parliament that went against this. Remember, they go and send the thing when Pillen wanted this act to be enacted. They sent it to committee. They had enough power to send it to committee. Pillen get vexed and prorogue the House to bring it back.
Yeah.
But this law don't mean nothing.
It's a toothless law.
So we pass laws that have no teeth. It makes a mockery of the system. And we say we got this law for that, and law for that. And no wonder the criminals, they say, man, y'all ain't serious.
These fellas joking. As a matter of fact, and to the public out there, the Prime Minister just bought a $150,000 2017 Lexus, And you could see him driving through the street with outriders and sirens. We don't need to know you coming. You could go where you got to go. Go on time. Why do you need outriders with sirens in the front of you? We have got to call this nation to order. The constituents in the constituency, Mr. Aubrey, must call their representative to order.
Accountability.
Okay? And to account as to what is being done for their constituencies. You see, because the representative, before he becomes a representative, is a citizen just like you. So why, when he or she is elected, you are making them gods? No. As of this day forward, all representatives must become accountable to all of their constituents. If you're FNM, the PLP and the FNM is your constituents after election is over. If you are PLP, the FNM and the PLP are the constituency when the election is over. And all residents of the constituency must begin now to hold its representatives accountable. There is no more free lunch. Please go to the parliamentary register and register. You only have about 3 to 4 more weeks. And the gun go say, bam, I don't care what Perry say. He gotta shoot the gun.
And make sure you don't get left behind. Thank you very much.
Senator Sims?
Bahamas, go and get registered. Decide what you're going to do when you get into the poll, but become registered. The decision of where and how the Bahamas go, it's in your hands.
Martin, you straight? All right.
My brother.
Well, I was just trying to deal with a text writer who seems to be frustrated with us, say we don't have any facts, and that as a preacher, I should be ashamed of myself. Well, you know, you have a choice. You can tune into some other show. You don't have a listener. Since it's to you, it's the voice show. I want to know what's your facts you're looking for.
What are the facts?
And you can also call us. Tell us what you got on your comment. Talk. Don't text. Talk. Call us.
Don't hide behind the text.
And I also tell you, if you're not satisfied, you think this show ain't good, you could listen to somebody else.
That's why the Bahamas is the way it is today.
What are the facts?
You know?
I don't want to be accused of misleading anybody.
Right. I would say that's if you ain't get the facts, let us. You correct us. That's what the show is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Straight Talk, and we want to say thank you to all of our text writers, all of our callers, or those of you who took your time out to especially call us and let us hear your voice, air your support or disapproval. Today's show has been brought to you by Proud Mary, located Carmichael Road, by Doc's Pharmacy, located Robinson Road, by Master Assist, located Village Road, by Nature's Gifts Fresh Roasted Peanuts, located Market Street South, by Sammy's Chicken, 5 locations to choose from, by First Choice Appraisals and Sales, by Frankie Campbell and the Southern Shores F&M Association, by Geneva Brass Seafood, Eden Street off Farden Road, by the Bahamas Bridal Show, sponsored by Buttons Formal Wear, and by LRD Construction Company. And again, I want to thank you on behalf of our producer and engineer and my co-host Martin Aubrey and Derek Sims. Good afternoon. This has been Straight Talk. We'll see you tomorrow, God's willing.
Global 99.5 FM reminds our listeners that the views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host